The President of the United States of America eats his pizza with a fork. The President of the United States of America orders his steak well done and served with ketchup. President of the United States wears a wig. The President of the United States of America wears more makeup than an entire community theater cast in a production of Cats. The President of the United States requires a structural permit for his hair. The President of the United States needs 2 hands to drink his Wawa. The President of the United States stands like a centaur in high heels. The President of the United States is afraid of stairs, rain, wind, sharks, germs, and women who ask follow-up questions. The President of the United States cheats at golf and claims he won. President of the United States of America throws food when he's angry. The President of the United States of America rage tweets at 3 o'clock in the morning when women laugh at him. The President of the United States of America needs constant reassurance that he is a big, tall guy. The President of the United States of America thinks that a sternly written tweet is equivalent to military service. The President of the United States hides under so much bronzer that it will stain a fitted sheet. The President of the United States of America has another man on his staff to apply makeup to his ears. The President of the United States of America's biggest opponent is a moderately steep ramp. The President of the United States of America needs applesauce in the same way that toddlers need juice boxes. The President of the United States of America calls himself an alpha while begging strangers to tell him he's a big, handsome man. The President of the United States of America surrounds himself with professional ass kissers and flatterers. The President of the United States of America thinks that "sir" is punctuation. The President of the United States of America considers his golf cart to be an emotional support vehicle. The President of the United States of America has a resting posture of a man fighting an invisible wind. The President of the United States of America has a glam squad, but still thinks that eyeliner is a threat to national security, unless it's on JD. I'll concede that. President of the United States of America has the personality of a lifted truck with no cargo. The President of the United States of America wears a baseball cap over a load-bearing comb-over. President of the United States of America cannot handle a woman having the last word. The President of the United States of America is emotionally defeated by a teleprompter. The President of the United States of America fights umbrellas, and the umbrellas win. The President of the United States of America puts his name on everything so that he doesn't forget who he is. The President of the United States of America believes that his Diet Coke should be delivered to him by button. The President of the United States of America mistakes volume for strength. The President of the United States thinks cruelty is masculinity because courage requires character, and he has neither. The President of the United States of America is about a dozen insecurities inside of a poorly fitted suit. And it's not even tan, you guys. God. This is what happens to a man when fragile masculinity gets unlimited financing. He is a drag queen for men who hate drag queens. He is masculinity performed by someone who only heard it by description over the telephone. He is the human equivalent of truck nuts on a golf cart. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States of America. Long may he reign, and bless Daddy Dumby.